Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received, and there is an episode that I've posted on Trenza, so you can go there and you can listen to that episode. I hope that I will post another episode as well. The message that I have for you, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? I have come here with my own confession that I wish to share with you. This is what happened, Brother Nashi. The time when I started dating this other man that I had met on TikTok. This man, he came to me after he had seen some of the videos that I had done. There were other videos that I used to do on TikTok, because I'm someone that loves dancing. So there was this other twerking challenge that was happening on TikTok. So I thought that maybe my video will go viral. So I was just wearing a t-shirt dress, a very short one, and then I posted that video. But I posted that video maybe for about a week when I saw that I did not get any views at all, and then I decided to just delete that video. In fact, I did not delete the video. I just made it to be private so no one would see it. And I said that right now I'm not getting any views and I'm here twerking on camera. Then what people will they say about me? Because I thought that maybe I will go viral, but I did not go viral. So I had saved the video and it was in private mode. So there was this other day when I was on TikTok, I was just feeling bored. That was when I saw a message from one of my followers. I did not even know the guy. The guy then said, "Hello, how are you?" And I responded to the guy. He told me that he liked my content, and I said, which content are you talking about? Because I don't do any content at all. It's just my pictures. And he was like, even the pictures, they are also a form of content. We started talking, and I then said, this guy, I want to find a way to block him. I then said, can you send me airtime? And he was like, airtime for how much? And then he said, what kind of airtime are you using? Vodacom, Cell C, or MTN? And I told him that I was using Vodacom. So he then said, how much do you want? I just wanted to test him, and then I told him that I wanted airtime for 10k, and he was like, 10k, it is just too much. Let me send you something. He then asked for my phone numbers, and after he had asked for my phone numbers, and then he gave me the airtime for 1k. I was shocked because I had never recharged so much airtime like ever before. I think that even Vodacom, they were in panic mode. Maybe they would have thought that I had stolen the money because I had never recharged more than 29 rand ever in my life. Here I was recharging 1k. He had sent me the airtime. So I was so excited. He kept on talking to me. He was like, this number is not on WhatsApp. So I did not give him my number that was on WhatsApp because I did not want him to irritate me on WhatsApp. We kept on talking on TikTok until he told me that he started following me when he had seen this other video that I had taken. The video which I had taken, it was a video of me twerking, and he wanted more. And I said, okay, it's fine. Then you have to pay, and you have to pay me 5k if you want to see that video. I had seen this as my own money making machine. And then he said, okay, how are you going to send it to me? And then I said, give me your WhatsApp number. I even asked myself if I was really doing this, because this was unlike me. But when you want money, you end up doing things that you do not even want to do. So the guy then took his phone numbers and gave it to me. We then started to talk on WhatsApp. I said, before we go any further, before proceeding, you have to give me my cash. He then sent me the money straight into my bank account. After he had sent me the money, that was when we started talking, and I sent him the video. He said that he wanted more, and he was also in Joburg. I was so excited when I learned that he was in Joburg. We had a meeting, and then he invited me to his place. He told me that he had his wife. The wife was back home in Eastern Cape, but they were experiencing some problems in their marriage. That was why he wanted to date me. I then said it is fine. I returned back home the next morning. He had given me money, but first we went to the mall and we did our shopping. It was so beautiful. Later on, when I told my friend that I was not sure about the things that I was doing, because this was the first time, like ever in my life, dating a married man, I had told myself that I will never date a married man. But my friend was like, you must be stupid if you think that you can never date a married man, because those are the people that can take care of you. Right now, you have someone that is taking care of you and you are busy feeling sorry for yourself. If you can date him, give me his phone numbers. You see what is going to happen. So I did not want to give my friend my boyfriend's phone number. So I kept on dating the man, and my friend then started to tell me that in order for me to be given more money by this man, what was supposed to happen was that I was supposed to pretend to act as if like I was the desperate side chick who listened, who always respect him. He then started coming to my parents' house, and each and every time when he would come to my parents' house, so I have my own back room, that is where we would sleep. My friend had told me that you need to be respectful, kneel down for him, wash his feet, put some water for him to bath, and always give him a proper massage and tell him that you are the best that I have ever had, even though you are lying. So each and every time when he would visit me at my parents' house, he would spend maybe a weekend with me. The moment that he would get into my room, I will kneel down and I will start to speak with him, greeting him, even using his proper Zulu clan name that I had learned so fast, because I asked him one day and he taught me how to greet him properly using his clan's name. The moment that he would get into my room, I would kneel down and he would go crazy. Whenever I would do that to him, he would even start to whistle and he would say that you are such a lovely, respectful woman. You are my woman. But he did not know that this was all about the money. My friend then told me that if I wanted more money, then I was supposed to use some charms if I wanted to get married to this guy. So we ended up going to this other sangoma is in Joburg CBD. We went there. I was then given some charms. I was told that if I was going to get a chance, I was supposed to go to the woman's house, to the men's house, but I'll be directing all of the cases to the wife. I then went to his house when the wife had gone to Eastern Cape with the kids to see her mother. When I was there, I stole her bra. I looked around and I stole a bra which I saw that it was a little bit old, and I was pretty sure that she was not going to look for it immediately. And then I stole another basta, and I stole a skin tight. It was an old one. And then I just put it in my handbag, and my boyfriend did not even see anything. The next morning, when I returned back to the location, my friend was already waiting for me. We then went to the sangoma with the items that I had stolen, and that sangoma told me to curse the items that I had brought into his consulting room. I did as he had instructed me to do. He said, curse the woman in the worst possible way. My friend even pinched me because I was just doing your regular, normal curses. My friend was like, you need to curse. This is not cursing what you are doing. So I ended up cursing the woman with the spirit of death. On her way returning back to Eastern Cape, that was when I heard that the woman, she died. The woman, she passed away in a terrible road accident. And to this very day, I still see the spirit of this woman, and I'm struggling. I was supposed to get married to this man in the year 2022, and what happened in 2022 was that when we were fast approaching to our wedding day, then the ghost, it became worse. I used to see it maybe once a week, but during those days I would see it each and every day until I saw that I could not take it anymore. It was just too much. I then went to him, but I went to him through his friend, because the ghost will be beating me up, saying that you have the nerves, you stole my husband, now you want to get married to my husband. it is never going to happen. I went to the friend and I spoke with the friend and I told him everything that I did, the story that I just shared with you, brother. I shared it with him and I begged for my fiance not to dump me because I had done this because I did it out of love. But he told me that he was unable to forgive me for the things that I had done because he did not even expect that I'll ever do something like that. That is how I lost my fiance. He hates me to this very day. He does not even want to see me at all. I wish I had listened to my friend when she was saying that you need to fall pregnant as quickly as possible. Maybe I could still have a connection to him through the baby that we could have had together. The traditional healer even wanted to give me some charms so that I can quickly fall pregnant. But I wanted my princess wedding dream to come true, then to have kids after a big wedding. I guess that I was wrong. This is my own story. When you post my story, please tell me. I'll be following through in the comment section. Dear listeners, right, there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister, right? Let us try to speak with our dear sister in the comment section. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. Let us try to talk with her in the comment section. Then there is another message that was sent to me by our dear sister. The message reads like this. Hello, Brother Nanshi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as anonymous? I'm a South African woman and now I am living a very comfortable life, but I am only left with 9 years to live. Then after 9 years, I'm going to die. I used to be a traffic cop when I was back in Venda, but now I'm staying here in Four Ways in Joburg. When I was still back home being a traffic cop, there was this other man that I used to stop quite often. I thought that maybe the guy, he was a drug dealer. He always will be driving different kind of cars, especially when the Ford Raptor came out. So whenever I would stop him, he would give me some money and he would say that, I know that things are tough. This is the money that I'm going to be leaving for you. And he would leave some money for me and the people that I would be working with, no strings attached. He even asked for my phone numbers, and after I had given him my phone numbers, I thought that he wanted us to date, but he told me that no, it was not about us dating or anything. He just wanted us to be good friends. So me and him, we would talk on the phone until this other time when I was in need of money. I had skipped my car payments for a couple of months because things were a little bit tight. So the interest were now eating me up alive. I was unable to catch up. So then I spoke with him and I said that if he was able to give me something, then I would return back the money to him. After he had given me the money, my life became even worse. Later on, he told me that when they want you to join Satanism, that is what they do to you. They can give you money today, but the money that they will give you, it will chase away money in your life so that you won't be able to get out of the financial difficulty that you'll be facing, so that you can go to them and they can make you to be a Satanist. So that was the situation that I was facing at that time. So when I told him that I needed more money, that was when he told me that he wanted to take me to Joburg. So I agreed. I did not even tell my husband that I would be going to Joburg with another man, because I was like to myself, what is my husband going to say? I am going to do this for my own self. I have to make sure that this has to work, otherwise my kids will suffer. We then came to Joburg, me and this guy. We came to Joburg in secret. He was driving a very beautiful BMW when we drove from Venda. We stayed at this other hotel. So me and this guy, we were sharing a single room. The first night we did nothing. The second night we did nothing. When we went out shopping and when I met with his friends, I then decided to sleep with him because at that time I did not know that the man, he was a Satanist. I was just trying to secure the bag by sleeping with him. He told me that it was not even necessary because they had chosen me already. So later on, after we had slept with each other, he then told me that we were supposed to go to this other place. He called it a temple. When we went to that place, that was when I was told that I had been given a mission which I cannot talk about on a public platform, and I was supposed to be a Satanist. I was then told to sacrifice the person that was closest to my heart. All my life, I thought that my mother was the one that was closest to my heart. But in this other satanic mirror that they showed to me, I saw that my husband was the one that came out. So then when my husband came out of the mirror, I was then given a needle and a knife to stab him. By the time that I returned back to Venda, my husband, he had been stabbed. He was stabbed in Louis-Trichardt when he was at this other tavern, and his blood, when it spilled to the ground, that was the completeness of my mission of the initiation ceremony, the first one that I did. Then I was given another mission. That is why I moved and I came here to Johannesburg. So this is my own story, how I joined Satanism. I never thought that in a million years, me just being a traffic cop, I'll end up being a Satanist. When you post my story, you will tell me. I'll be following through in the comment section. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister right there. Let us try to speak with our dear sister in the comment section. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. Yo. Can you imagine? Let us try to speak with our dear sister in the comment section. Then there is another message that was sent to me by our sister. The message reads like this. Hello, Brother Nanshi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? I am a 28-year-old Zimbabwean woman who is currently living here in South Africa. I used to work as a maid for this other famous couple. Even if I tell you their names, you are going to know them, recognize them instantly. I used to be their maid. I started being their maid through one of their auntie. I used to work for her, and when they had a baby, when they were looking for a maid, then they were given a recommendation. I then started staying with the couple, but there were things that I saw. Yo, Brother Nashi, I cannot even know where to start with the story. So these people, of course, they do traditional rituals, but the things that they do in the bedroom, Brother Nashi, you can never believe it. The first time when I came across them having a sexual encounter, they had forgotten to close the door properly. So I was busy doing my laundry. I wanted some bath towels in one of the toilets of the spare bedroom. As I was walking in the hallway towards their bedroom so that I can go to the toilet, which was for the guests, the door, it was open. I saw the woman, the actress. She was on the bed. She was chained to the bed, and I saw her husband was kneeling in between her legs. He had his head in between the legs, and he was kneeling at the edge of the bed. And there was another man, Brother Nashi, that I could not recognize. This man, he was the one that was sleeping with this celebrity's husband. The thing that I saw on that day, I can never forget it. Your husband sleeping with another man whilst he is eating your cookie with his mouth. Your Brother Nashi, the things that I saw when I was working for this couple. The husband, he used to wear G-strings. At first I thought that these G-strings, they were for the celebrity, the woman, the actress. But later on I realized that these G-strings and the stones, they were for men. When I started to notice that there were things that were happening that were really weird, when I read the labels, I saw that no, man, these G-strings and the thongs, they are not even for the wife, but they are for the husband. He would go to work. This man would go to work whilst he was wearing his G-strings. The things that I saw, I do not even know where to start. There were people that used to come. There were traditional healers that would come and they would do blood sacrifices late at night. They would sacrifice some gods at the back of the house. They would just stab the god by the throat with a spear so that it won't make noise. The neighborhood where they were staying, there are a lot of white people that stays there, and they do not like people, especially black people, to do rituals by killing animals. So when they would slaughter the animal very fast by stabbing it with a spear. It will not even cry, not even once. They used to give me good money. It is unfortunate that they were unable to employ me anymore, because at the estate they now had a rule that in order for you to gain an entrance into the estate, you needed a bar-coded ID. So you can only do that using a South African ID. So we were unable to enter, to gain access into the estate, because there were some other people that did not have IDs that managed to get into the estate. They were doing some piece jobs. Whilst they were doing a piece job, then they jumped into the next yard, and then they stole some things at that house. People in the estate, they don't lock doors, they don't do anything. And those people, it took them a long time to realize that there were people that had stolen from them. So there was a new rule. Unfortunately, I lost my job, but I was getting paid nice money, 7K, when I was working for that famous South African couple. Hey, Brother Nash, the things that I saw. South Africa has shown me a lot of things. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by our dear sister. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. Yay.